Although the globe seems eerily calm from above, every mountain range and chasm on its surface is a scar, many of which tell a tale of the time when the Earth roared to life. Although earthquakes have been observed on all 7 continents, the majority of them occur in 3 areas: the Circum-Pacific Belt, which traces along the edges of the Pacific Ocean and accounts for about 80% of all earthquakes; the Alpide Belt, which extends from the Mediterranean to Southeast Asia; and the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, an underwater line that runs down the Atlantic Ocean. Because of the subsurface, earthquakes occur more frequently in these places. Pressure, more especially, pressure brought on by intense tension in the Earth's crust, is what causes earthquakes. In some places, man-made activities or even volcanic activity might be the source of the stress. However, the majority of tension that causes earthquakes is brought on by tectonic plate movement. Although the edges of tectonic plates might occasionally grab and adhere, they are always moving against, away from, along, or underneath one another. But the plates are still moving, or at least trying to. Around the sticking point of the edges, energy from this attempted movement builds up, creating tremendous pressure that eventually forces the edges to release and the plates to slip. This results in an abrupt and forceful energy release that is so strong that it fractures the crust of the Earth. This fracturing creates strong vibrations or earthquakes by sending shockwaves into the Earth. In actuality, the areas with the highest geological activity are also the most earthquake-prone. Seismographs record seismic activity, including earthquakes. Seismographs oscillate when the ground trembles, reflecting this movement with a jagged line. The height of the jagged line increases with the magnitude of the earthquake. The magnitude or strength of the earthquake is then determined using the vibrations that were recorded. Seismologists favor the moment magnitude scale, while there are other scales of magnitude as well. It measures earthquakes logarithmically and has no upper limit. Each magnitude on its scale is therefore 10 times larger than the one before it. The moment magnitude scale can be used worldwide and is capable of measuring earthquakes of the highest magnitudes, in contrast to the now rarely used Richter scale. In 1960, the biggest earthquake ever recorded happened close to Bolivia, Chile. Located in the Circum-Pacific Belt, the Valdivia earthquake, which had a magnitude of roughly 9.5, was the strongest of several that occurred in the area. A lethal 80-foot-high wave was created by the earthquake, in addition to creating terrible land-based vibrations. The tsunami struck distant nations like Japan and the Philippines as it rushed across the Pacific Ocean. Seismograph data demonstrated that the Valdivia earthquake's shock waves shook the entire planet for days. To protect their communities, certain earthquake-prone locations have changed in several ways. In the event of an earthquake, bridges and buildings are made to wobble rather than collapse. Government representatives conduct exercises to guarantee the safety of their citizens and educate the public on how to protect themselves in the case of a seismic catastrophe. Although earthquakes can cause amazing destruction, they have also produced amazing traits that give each planet its distinct personality.